Ever heard a man say something so raw and authentic it left you questioning everything you thought you knew? What if I told you that Sigma males don't just talk, they command respect with every word they say? Hey Sigmas, this one's for you. Why do Sigma males stand apart? Enigmatic, often misunderstood, but always magnetic, because their words, they're not just lines, they're a declaration, a philosophy, a way of life. Today we're peeling back the curtain on the topic, 8 mind-blowing things Sigma males say to women. Forget the cliches, forget the scripts. This is the real, unfiltered truth about what they say and why it captivates everyone around them. So let's dive in. Sigma males aren't driven by the need to impress or dominate a conversation. Instead, their words carry weight because they're rooted in authenticity. For instance, they're known to say things like, "I'd rather be alone than be fake," a testament to their fierce independence and unwillingness to compromise their principles. When a Sigma male says, "I'm not here to play games," it's not a threat. It's a powerful statement of clarity and intention. Studies in psychology show that authenticity and honesty in communication create magnetic charisma, and Sigma males embody this effortlessly. They also embrace vulnerability with lines like, "I'd rather show you my scars than hide them," turning the tables on traditional masculinity by showcasing emotional depth. It's not just what they say, it's how they say it. Their calm confidence, absence of bravado, and mindful silence make every word count, weaving a mystique that's simply irresistible. That's the power of Sigma male communication. Number 1, I'm not here to complete you, I'm here to complement you. All right, Sigmas, let's break it down with some facts and insights that set the Sigma male apart. While the world obsesses over finding a better half or someone to complete them, the Sigma male takes a different approach. He understands something many overlook. He's already complete. This isn't about arrogance or dismissing others, it's a recognition of his self-sufficiency. Here's why this mindset is powerful. Studies in psychology and relationship science consistently show that people who approach relationships as whole individuals, rather than seeking someone to fill a gap, tend to have healthier, more fulfilling partnerships. This idea, often called, is about balancing independence with connection, exactly what the Sigma male values. Instead of seeking validation or rescue, Sigmas are looking for partners who are also whole, who can challenge them, grow with them, and share a journey, not a crutch. Picture a medieval warrior on his quest. He doesn't need a damsel in distress to rescue, nor does he want to be rescued himself. He seeks a fellow warrior, someone who can hold their own and stand by his side. At social gatherings, while others might recite the same tired lines about soulmates and fairy tales, the Sigma male's approach is refreshingly different. Instead of saying, "You complete me," he says, "I'm here to complement you." This subtle shift changes everything. It turns the dynamic from needy and dependent to strong and empowering. And let's be real, that energy is attractive. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't need to shout. It's the calm assurance that says, "I know who I am and I want to know you too." Not to complete me, but to add to this journey we're both already on. So what does this teach us? That in a world that often tries to sell us the idea of two halves making a whole, the Sigma male's mindset is a wake-up call. Relationships thrive, not when we're looking for someone to save us, but when we find someone who respects our wholeness. That's the true power of the Sigma approach, and why it resonates so deeply with those who understand the value of being complete on their own. Number 2, I value silence over small talk. Here's a biggie that catches people off guard. Most conversations are cluttered with meaningless chatter. We've all been there. You're at a party, small talk is flying around like confetti and it all feels hollow. Sigma males? They value quality over quantity, meaning over noise. Imagine this. Instead of mindlessly scrolling through Instagram or spewing nonsense, a Sigma male will say, "I'd rather just sit quietly and enjoy the moment with you." This isn't just a quirky preference. It's actually rooted in deep psychological insights. Psychologists have long known that meaningful conversations foster genuine connections. In fact, a 2010 study by Matthias Mayle at the University of Arizona found that people who engaged in substantive conversations were happier than those who stuck to small talk. So, when a Sigma male chooses depth over banter, he's not being antisocial. He's prioritizing what truly matters. It's shocking because it challenges the social norm that communication must be constant. Our culture often equates silence with awkwardness, and many feel compelled to fill every gap with chatter. But for Sigmas, silence isn't awkward. It's powerful. It's an unspoken confidence that says, I don't need to prove myself with endless words. And that's magnetic. This preference for silence signals emotional intelligence, the ability to navigate social situations with self-awareness and empathy. It also shows comfort in one's own skin, a trait that's increasingly rare in a world addicted to external validation. When a man is comfortable in silence, he's telling you that he's grounded, thoughtful, and present. Ladies respect a man who's not desperate to fill every void with noise. It's a refreshing break from the endless chatter of modern life. Plus, it's attractive. Why? Because it suggests self-mastery. It says, I know who I am and I'm not afraid of a little quiet. That's a vibe that resonates deeply. Here's your life lesson. Sometimes the loudest message is the one you don't say. In a world of constant noise, silence becomes a sanctuary. It's not about withdrawing from others. It's about making space for what truly matters. So, next time you feel the urge to fill every moment with words, pause. Let the quiet speak for you. That's where the magic happens. Number 3, I don't chase, I attract. This phrase is Sigma male gospel. Forget the relentless texting, desperate calls, or trying to prove your worth. The Sigma way, it's about becoming the best version of yourself, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Sigma males understand that true confidence and success start within. According to psychology, self-assured individuals are more attractive because they exude a calm energy that signals self-reliance and purpose. Rather than chasing after anyone, the Sigma focuses on his personal growth. This mindset isn't about playing games or ignoring people. It's about valuing your time and energy. Studies in social psychology highlight that those who invest in their own growth and maintain an air of mystery can be incredibly appealing. Why? Because humans are naturally drawn to what they can't immediately have. The Sigma male harnesses this principle effortlessly. He doesn't force connections. He cultivates an environment that draws people in organically. The women worth having, they come to him. The Sigma male doesn't compromise his standards or pretend to be someone he's not just to get attention. He knows that the right people will align with his vibe. And when it comes to relationships, he'd rather wait for something real than settle for anything superficial. If you're running after someone, you're playing their game, and usually losing. Chasing people who aren't reciprocating your energy only depletes your own. Instead, the Sigma male chooses to chill, let the world spin, and let the magic happen naturally. Here's the thing, this Sigma mindset isn't just for dating, it's a life philosophy. It's about understanding that you can't force anything worthwhile, whether it's relationships, success, or fulfillment. Research in goal-setting theory shows that those who direct their energy toward personal mastery and self-improvement achieve greater long-term success. So here's your motivation. Chase your dreams, not people. Invest in becoming the best version of yourself. Whether it's learning a new skill, hitting the gym, or nurturing your inner peace, do it for you. When you focus on self-improvement, the right opportunities and people gravitate to your orbit. That's the Sigma way. Build your empire first and watch how effortlessly the right people and the right life come to you. Number 4, I speak with actions, not promises. This one's golden, and often a shock to those used to empty words. Sigma males know that talk is cheap. Anyone can promise the moon and stars, but very few actually deliver. They understand that in a world full of smooth talkers and empty promises, actions speak louder than words. So what do Sigma males say? They simply say, watch me. They don't waste time on flowery speeches or exaggerated claims. Instead, they quietly set out to prove their worth. They know that reliability is rare and that most people don't walk the walk. So they let their actions do the talking, whether it's in their career, personal goals, or relationships. For example, instead of telling a friend or partner, I'll call you tomorrow, and then forgetting, a Sigma will actually call. No excuses, no drama. It's about showing up consistently, building trust through small, consistent actions. This approach isn't just refreshing, it's deeply instructive. Research on communication and trust shows that people are more likely to believe and respect someone whose actions match their words. According to a study by the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, consistent behavior is the most important factor in building trust and credibility. It's not about making grand gestures or fancy speeches. It's about showing up day after day and doing what you said you would. This teaches us something powerful. Integrity and reliability aren't just traits, they're habits. When you consistently back up your words, you send a clear message to those around you. You're someone they can rely on. And in a world where so many are all talk, being a man of your word is a rare and deeply magnetic quality. Sigma males embody this principle. They don't need to shout about it or prove themselves to others. Their confidence is quiet and steady, rooted in the knowledge that what they say is what they do. So the next time you're tempted to make a promise or an excuse, remember the Sigma approach. Don't talk, just show. Let your actions speak for you. Number 5, I don't need to explain my choices, but I'm open to listening. Now here's where the Sigma male flips the typical male-female dynamic on its head. He's confident enough to make his own decisions without justification, yet wise enough to genuinely listen to others' perspectives. Why is this so shocking? Because in today's world, we often see men falling into two extremes. They're either stubbornly rigid, unwilling to budge, or so desperate to please that they lose themselves in the process. Society has conditioned men to believe they must always choose, be the unyielding alpha or the ever-accommodating beta. But Sigmas, they don't play by those rules. Instead, they carve out a different path altogether, one that's rooted in self-awareness and genuine communication. This balance is both rare and refreshing. It's like saying, I'm not here to argue, but I'm not your echo chamber either. That phrase alone reveals a profound truth. Healthy communication isn't about proving dominance or rolling over to avoid conflict. It's about meeting others with respect while staying true to yourself. Studies in psychology, like those by Carl Rogers, highlight the power of authentic listening. Sigmas live this out. They don't feel threatened by another's viewpoint because they know their own voice is strong and secure. And here's where the Sigma's magic really kicks in. By listening without ego and speaking with conviction, they build bridges in conversations that many can't. Instead of fueling arguments or feeding false harmony, they invite real dialogue. It's not a performance, it's a mindset. And this mindset challenges everything we've been taught about male-female dynamics. Sigmas aren't just mysterious and independent, they're also masters of balance. When he says, I'm not your echo chamber, he's essentially stating, I value your thoughts, but I also value mine. This doesn't just strengthen personal relationships, it sets a new standard for authentic connection. So, what's the takeaway? In a world of extremes, the Sigma male shows that balance is power. You don't have to dominate to be respected, and you don't have to surrender your truth to keep the peace. By blending confidence with open-mindedness, Sigmas embody the art of communication that's both fierce and fair. Ultimately, that's the real game changer in any relationship, isn't it? Number 6, I'm not into games, but I'm all about growth. The typical dating scene can often feel like a battlefield of manipulation, drama, and endless mind games. But Sigma males approach relationships very differently. They don't waste time playing mind games. Instead, they focus on what can be called life games, consistently leveling up their personal growth and mindset. When a Sigma male says, I'm focused on growth, it's more than just a casual statement. It's a commitment to self-improvement, emotional maturity, and resilience. It also serves as a subtle challenge to their partner. Are you willing to grow alongside me? This mindset isn't just talk. It's backed by psychology and sociology studies that show growth-oriented individuals tend to build healthier, more satisfying relationships. Growth includes emotional intelligence, communication skills, and shared goals, all critical for relationship longevity. Why does this matter? Because growth is the foundation of any meaningful connection. Relationships thrive when both people evolve, learn from each other, and face challenges together. Stagnation, on the other hand, leads to boredom, resentment, and ultimately breakups. Research has shown that couples who focus on personal and mutual growth report higher satisfaction and commitment levels. So if your relationship feels like a soap opera filled with drama and manipulation, chances are you're not with a Sigma male. Sigmas avoid chaos and instead value calm, consistent growth. They inspire those around them to rise above superficial games and focus on what truly matters, becoming better versions of themselves together. Number 7. My freedom is non-negotiable. Let's be real. This idea can come as a shock to women who expect constant attention or frequent emotional check-ins in a relationship. But Sigma males, they treasure their independence above almost everything else. This doesn't mean they don't care about their partner or the relationship. It means they deeply value having space to breathe, create, and evolve on their own terms. Imagine a man who confidently says no to anything that threatens his freedom. This isn't stubbornness. It's a clear sign that he understands his worth and priorities. Sigma males operate differently from traditional relationship dynamics. Unlike the alpha male stereotype who seeks dominance, or the beta male, who often looks for approval, the Sigma male walks his own path, valuing self-reliance and personal growth. Psychologically, independence is linked to higher emotional resilience and stronger self-esteem. When someone respects their own boundaries, they bring a more authentic and grounded presence into relationships. This authenticity is magnetic. It invites real connection rather than dependence or neediness. You can't cage a lion and expect it to purr. Freedom fuels authenticity, and authenticity fuels connection. When Sigma males maintain their freedom, they actually create a healthier space for intimacy. It allows both partners to grow individually and together, rather than feeling smothered or controlled. In the end, true connection thrives not on constant attention, but on mutual respect for each other's independence and authenticity. Number 8, I'm here to inspire, not to impress. The grand finale of what truly sets Sigma males apart is their approach to influence. They don't chase attention with flashy displays or empty compliments. Instead, they inspire by living their truth boldly and quietly, leading by example. This style of leadership and charisma often surprises people because it goes against the grain of today's culture, which is obsessed with likes, follows, and external validation. Most people, consciously or not, fall into the trap of approval seeking. Studies in social psychology show that humans are wired for social approval. It activates the brain's reward centers, making praise addictive. But Sigma males sidestep this entirely. They are not motivated by external applause. Their drive comes from within, focused on personal growth and long-term vision. Consider this: many people are attracted to superficial symbols of success, luxury cars, designer clothes, or loud declarations of wealth. But research in evolutionary psychology suggests that what truly attracts respect and admiration is consistency, competence, and authenticity. A Sigma male quietly building an empire, whether it's a business, creative work, or self-mastery, commands genuine admiration because his actions reflect real substance, not just surface-level showmanship. This is why Sigma males inspire others through their character and achievements rather than noise or superficiality. Their strength lies in authenticity, and their leadership is marked by integrity rather than grandstanding. Think about iconic figures like Elon Musk or Steve Jobs. Neither constantly sought approval with flashy displays. Instead, their impact came from relentlessly pursuing their vision, often in silence, letting their work speak volumes. Inspire others by focusing on your actions and character. When you lead by example, you don't just get noticed, you become unforgettable. In a world drowning in noise, the quiet confidence of a Sigma male cuts through, and that's the ultimate form of influence. So Sigmas, what's the bottom line? The words Sigma males say to women aren't just words. They're a glimpse into a mindset built on self-respect, independence, integrity, and growth. They challenge norms, inspire strength, and live authentically. If you take one thing away from this video, let it be this: speak less, act more, demand respect. Stay true to your values, because that's the Sigma way. If you're ready to live with this kind of impact, hit that like button, subscribe, and join our Sigma community. Let's grow stronger together, learn from each other, and walk the path less traveled. Stay true and stay Sigma.